I'm Matt Williamson, Matt Williamson NFL. Give me a follow on YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. Not sure when we'll talk again. So I am recording this. Well, no, I do know when we'll talk again. I'm recording this one Tuesday at late afternoon. Tomorrow morning-ish, I will record another. And then I'm going to be on a flight to Ireland, and I don't know when I'll be in my room and all that good stuff. But I definitely will have something for you before the game, predictions, all that good stuff. We got some promising news from Coach Tomlin about the health of Slay, for one. Highsmith is out. I would imagine he'll miss the Viking game by probably back by then. Maybe that's a smidge optimistic. Who knows? But that's, I would think, the plan, or he probably would have went on IR. Elliott and Porter are questionable. And boy, that'd go a long way. I'm not sure which one I prefer, but you got Jefferson, you got Addison coming back. You've got Hawkinson. They traded for Thielen. So defensive backs are going to get tested in this game. I don't know what the plan will be for Jefferson, but we saw the middle of the field get abused against Hunter Henry. We saw, and Hawkinson's role really ramped up last week with Wentz. So that group of pass catchers really worries me. It's deep. It's loaded with a total stud in Jefferson. I don't know if Porter or Ramsey or who would even follow, if anyone would even follow. But let's really monitor the Elliott Porter news. And maybe it'll be harder to do because they're overseas and the flight and all that stuff. But getting them back would be massive. So I probably will bring this up. I hope to on a weekly basis, but I'm a nerd. I build a spreadsheet, and I think I referenced it last week, and I've told you in the past that the most telling stats that lead to wins and losses in the NFL are, as you would imagine, first of all, turnover differential. I think we know that, right? More on that in a minute. But then it's on a distant second, but there's a gap there. But then the next two most important things are sack differential and explosive play differential. So let's start with where the Steelers currently stand in turnover differential. So for the year, they are +5, which is really, really good. It's top of the league. Yeah, I mean, obviously being +4 last week had a lot to do with it, but hey, they're at +5. Now I take turnover differential to a new level. I call a missed field goal a turnover, and I call fourth downs missed a turnover. So for the year, they're +2 on fourth down conversions. They were +1 against the Jets, +1 at New England. And they're +1 with field goals. The Seattle, they went +1. So if you're +5 in turnover differential, +2 on fourth downs conversion differential, and +1 on missed field goal differential, that puts you what I'm calling my advanced turnover differential at +8. Really, really good. You want to know why this team is bad in yardage differential and, a lot of different stats, but still 2-1? You're basically +8 through 3 games in turnover differential, which, as I will get to in a moment, is not new for this team.
Football season's finally here. Time to check out the latest odds, futures, and win totals on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Think the Steelers are headed to the Super Bowl? Lock in your bets today. Whatever your game, FanDuel Sportsbook delivers the latest lines, futures, and specials, so you can join in on all the action.
If you guys ever had to hire someone, you know it can be so time consuming. Sifting through tons of resumes, trying to get in touch with every candidate. Well, not anymore. Because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and features speed up finding the right people so you can save valuable time. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Over 320 new resumes are added every month, guys. And if you see candidates you like, you can get their contact information right away. So use ZipRecruiter and save time hiring. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio right now and try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey guys, if you're planning to see a Steelers game, use the Game Time app to get your tickets. You can snag new ticket deals before anyone if you set it into your app alerts. The app is easy to use. No surprise fees at checkout. You can see your seat view before buying, and you're getting legit tickets delivered on time. If you're not much of a planner, you can get last-minute deals on tickets right up to the start of the event. Lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Download the Game Time app and enter the code DK Steelers into your app profile to get $20 off your first purchase.
We will get back to my spreadsheet in a minute, but I mentioned Steelers turnover differential and points off turnovers and things like that. So let me just read this to you. Pittsburgh caused 5 turnovers last week, 2 inside their own 5-yard line. We know that. And only turned it over once while Minnesota caused 5 turnovers themselves and didn't give the ball away once. So both these defenses caused 5 turnovers last week. The +5 that I mentioned before, basic turnover differential, is tied with Indianapolis and Jacksonville for best in the league. You wonder why Indianapolis has turned things around so much too? That has something to do with it. The Vikings are at +2. Only the Jags have more than the Steelers' 8 takeaways. But the Vikings are right behind. They've taken the ball away 7 times. But here's where I wanted to take it a step further. And this is a little bit more of just a Tomlin deep dive type of deal. Right now, the Steelers have 27 points off of turnovers. It's a ton. They've allowed 0 points off of turnovers. A ton. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, well, doesn't Caleb Johnson's muff count as in this regard? No, it officially doesn't. But clearly, that basically is a turnover, and you handed the opponent 7 points. I mean, let's not forget that happened. But still, traditionally speaking, the Steelers have 27 points off turnovers. They've allowed 0. That's an awful lot through 3 games. That is the number 1 points off turnover margin in the league. Now, this is crazy. This is where we take it to a new level. Pittsburgh has the best points off turnover margin in the league over the last 5 years combined. So over the last 5 years, the Steelers are +36 in turnover differential. Traditional turnover differential. Best in the league. 5-year stretch, you're +36 in the turnover department. That's with Pickett, Trubisky, we know the culprits. 5 years. The second best team is +25. So not only are you the best turnover differential team now, but this has been a trend for 5 years. And it's 11 more than the second team, +36 versus +25. And you have the best turnover margin in the league off of turnovers. These trends are too strong, I guess is my point, for me just to totally believe, boy, they're lucky getting turnovers. I can't quite buy that. Or, boy, they're lucky not turning the ball over. Or they got great fumble luck. I'm not there. Okay, back to my spreadsheet in terms of those other 2 categories. Explosive plays. Now, here's the problem. Right now, they have allowed 11 more explosive runs, 10 or more yards, than they've created. That's horrendous. Horrendous. And they've allowed 5 more explosive passes, which is ruled as 15 or more yards, than they've created. So their explosive play differential is minus 16. Horrific. Horrific. But you'd rather be plus 8 in advanced turnover differential. See what I'm saying? But boy, if you could just get that closer to 0, this explosive stuff, create more, and more than anything, allow less. I have more faith in them allowing less than creating more. We know that they had 5 sacks this past week, didn't let up any. So going into last week, their sack differential was minus 4. Pretty bad. But now you're up to plus 1. Let's see if you can keep that trend going and keep that as a positive note. Because I really expected that to be a real strength of this team. Maybe this is the start of it. Who knows? So in these 3 categories, advanced turnover differential, plus 8. Tremendous. Explosive play differential, minus 16. Horrific. Sack differential, plus 1. Average, but trending the right way. Last thing I got for you today. I often reference EPA. I have referenced DVOA quite a bit in the past. And these are advanced metrics to basically tell you where you're at in the league right now. And the DVOA stuff came out this morning. And I just wanted to cite this, see if you agree. But this is just a math formula that the Football Outsiders put together way back when. And I believe in it a great deal. So maybe we'll just cut to that. They have the Steelers as the 22nd best team in the league, with the 20th offense and the 24th defense. Now, if I were to power rank the Steelers, I'd probably put them over more than 10 teams. It's not hard to find 10 to 12 awful teams in the league right now. But the reason I brought this up is this blew me away, and I'm not suggesting that this is the best team in the league. But by this metric that I very much believe in, Seattle is right now number 1 in the league in DVOA. And basically all that is how well have you played? Not, man, Ravens should be great, but they're 1-2. You know what I mean? 6th best offense in the league, 5th best defense for Seattle. So my point is, yes, you lost to Seattle here, but maybe we should temper that just a little, that maybe this is a better team than all of us expect. Again, I don't think Seattle's the best team in the league, but if they've played like one of the best teams in the league, let's be at least cognizant of that. Last thing, well, how about the 2 teams you beat? Well, they're not as good. The Jets are the 24th best team but per DVOA, with the 26th best offense and the 26th best defense. Okay, well, you beat them. New England's even worse. 26th best team overall, with the 17th best offense and the 28th best defense. So if you're the 22nd best team, you beat the 24th best team, the 26th best team. You lost the 1st best team. I guess that's all I was really going with that. I wanted to talk more about the chart and the turnovers and DVOA, but I thought that was interesting that maybe we should look at that Seattle loss through a slightly different lens, that maybe that team's really good, you know? All right, take care. Over and out.